My name is Ruth Coates. I'm one of the area key coordinators, and Doris has requested me to share a couple of things with you before I introduce her to introduce Dr. Nasr. And folks know there's more chairs on the way. Here we got a standing room only crowd right now for everybody on the recording. Recording is very important. We are videotaping this, and we'd like it if you guys could not do a lot of little talking, because it's very distracting on the video. So if you do need to talk to somebody, get up and go and talk out in the hallway. Okay? Fair enough? All right. We're so excited to be here tonight and to hear the message that Dr. Nasr is going to share with us, because it is about VIVIX. How many of you have tried VIVIX? How many of you have gotten results with VIVIX? Okay, almost everybody. It's an exciting time. And you're going to hear about the science and all the great things about VIVIX. But one of the things that I want you to really think about, because a lot of us get involved in Shaklee just to use the products. And that's a really great thing to do. But for those of you that are here that are just using the products, we'd like you to really consider who do you know who could benefit from this product. From a physical point of view is one thing, but how many of you know people who are struggling right now financially because of what's going on in our economy? Anybody know anyone? Okay. Anyone watching your retirement fund dwindle away? Okay. People getting a little panicked? Okay. Well, the good news is Shaklee has a solution. And it's had a solution for the last 52 years, and it's just even better now that Roger's been here. I want to tell you a little bit about this company for those of you that may be here for the first time. We have been in business for 52 years, but here's something really remarkable about us. We have just gone through 12 consecutive quarters of growth, okay? With what you've been hearing in the news about all these companies that are folding, that's pretty remarkable. And another remarkable thing about this company is instead of taking things away from us, Roger Barnett, the owner of our company, is actually giving us more. Some of you are familiar with the Gold Ambassador program. It's the way that we recommend people come into the Shaklee business. If you've never heard those words before, talk to the person who invited you here tonight. Because that Gold Ambassador program, when you're a Gold Ambassador and you sponsor someone as a Gold Ambassador, normally you get $50. But right now, Roger is doubling that, so that you're going to get $100 for every person you bring in as gold. Okay. In a couple of months, there's this big holiday season where everybody's got to give gifts. Would a couple of extra $100 help anybody? Okay. And maybe it's not you, and that's okay. But maybe you know someone who is looking for what we have. So, want you guys to keep all that in mind, and also want you to be aware when you hear about VIVIX tonight, and I've already heard a couple of you say, wow, that product's kind of expensive. Well, it may be a little expensive up front, but let me tell you, the benefits are so worth it. But also know that Shaklee has got all sorts of special offers for you. If you put your VIVIX on AutoShip, you will automatically save 10%. Put VIVIX and Vitalizer together on AutoShip, not only do you save 10%, you're going to get a coupon that's going to be valued at, okay, let's try that again. You will receive a coupon for $10 for your next can of Cinch, okay? A can of Cinch is $48 retail and about $40 at member price. So for only $10, you're getting this can of Cinch. Or you could go the full Prescription for a Healthier Life, and with that, Prescription for a Healthier Life consists of VIVIX, Vitalizer, a can of Cinch, and a bottle of Nutrifuron. And then you get a $10 coupon for any Shaklee product available right now, except for VIVIX. Okay? And let me give you a little hint about VIVIX. This is the #1 selling product Shaklee has ever introduced. Okay? They made 6 months of product to be available on August 8th when the product was introduced. We sold it out in 6 weeks. Okay? We're selling on average $1 million a week of VIVIX. And people are getting such tremendous results. So this is just a pre-call to all of you. It's an exciting product. It really works. But when you order it tonight, you're not going to get it for a week or two, possibly even 3 weeks. But know that they are working very diligently to make this product as quickly as they can and get it in our hands. So we want you to be aware of that. And the time you're going to be waiting is going to be well worth it. Okay? 2 other things that I'm supposed to announce to you, actually 3. Doris gave me this one. Because when we talked about the cost of VIVIX, this is a comparison that shows a Starbucks breakfast costing approximately $5.15 with 850 calories. a Big Mac meal at the cost of $5.11 with only 940 calories versus a daily dose of the prescription for a healthier life at 285 calories and only $4.68. So when you boil it down to the cost of the product, it's not all that much more expensive. And if you would like a copy of this, on the back table, or actually we'll pass it around, I have a sheet that you can put your email address on. Please print legibly, and I will be happy to forward this comparison to you, as well as to let you know Dr. Nasr is coming to the south side of Chicago, in Oak Lawn, Illinois, Tuesday, November 18th. It's going to be the same presentation you're going to hear now. So if you need a flyer, I've got a few of those. Or if you just write flyer next to your name, I can be sure you get one of those emailed to you as well. And any one of you that have sat here today going, maybe I need to learn more about this business opportunity that Shaklee offers, this Saturday we're hosting First Step Training. And that's where we're going to teach you the first steps of what Shaklee's all about and how to build a business. And that's going to be at the Oak Brook Terrace Holiday Inn from 9 till noon. Don't worry about registering, just show up. If we need to bring in more chairs like we're doing tonight, we'll do it. Okay? So that was my duty. Did I forget anything? On that point, I would like to introduce Doris Johnson, who is our host for the evening.
This is who I asked her to speak. Isn't she dynamic? Thanks, Ruth. A lot of people have come here year after year to hear Dr. Nasr. Maybe you don't know that Dr. Nasr has been my doctor for over 25 years. But when I started in Shaklee, the economy was pretty much the way it is today. And I was introduced to Shaklee by Gary Burke, and he said you could earn $200 a month. And I thought, gee, $200 a month. I was a single parent with 5 kids. $200 a month sounds like a lot of money. It's still a lot of money. In the 35 years that I've been with Shaklee, Shaklee's paid me over $1 million. Who would have ever thought that? Just somebody who introduced me to Shaklee to make $200, that I could have earned that kind of money. And you think not only at the money, but think of the many people that have been helped by the products that came through my organization and my downline. You know, all of us are special. We're all special in God's eyes. I'm not special any more than you are. But if you have the belief in this product and the Shaklee Corporation, you can do anything. You can just do anything. We are very fortunate here in the Midwest that we all work together. And I have calls from people all the time. You know, what can you do about such and such? And I always try and help other people in other groups. Dr. Nasr has devoted 25 years to lecturing for us and never charges a penny. And I think that he is the most admirable person for that reason. But he's so knowledgeable, and he helps everybody, just like we do in Shaklee. So he's a Shaklee person by using all the products. And I'm thankful for the day that somebody introduced me to Shaklee. And you remember what Ruth said earlier? Who do you know that is looking for something? Who do you know that would be helped by just even cleaning? I have a new lady who comes and cleans my house, young girl. She is so excited about using the cleaning products. She's trying to get all her customers to use the cleaning products also. Incidentally, we do have the cleaning products translated into Polish, in case you know anybody that needs those. Somebody in the organization here in Chicago had that done for us, and once again, we share it with everybody. So while the chairs are coming in, so we won't have any more noise, for a long time we didn't make CDs of these programs. And then I decided maybe we should go back to making CDs again. So we're going to offer CDs, as we've done before, and DVDs. And if you want to order one, order them at the back. So I think that's about it. Excuse me, Mike. Excuse my back. You've all read what Dr. Nasr has our list a mile long of credits after his name. If you've ever been to his office, there's not much more room for any more certificates or any more accolades there. So
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. I have to speak louder because the last DVD, the sound did not get on the camera very well because some people were talking close to the camera, and that picked the sound rather than mine pick their sound. And in the future, we're going to have special microphone I have, and then it will go directly to the camera. The reason I wanted to share with you tonight the benefit of VIVIX is I want you to know, actually, my history, my first degree, which is when I was going for my PhD, was on the ingredient of VIVIX. And that is something, when Shackle came out with it, I was very, very excited about that, because I have been using the ingredients of VIVIX all these years of my practice. But I had to tell the patients, you must take this and 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 that. And it ended up by taking close to about 30 or 40 bottles of different things just to make the ingredients I want that's in that product. So I want to give you a little bit history about myself and nutrition and bioflavonoids, that's what's in VIVIX anyway. How many people here for the first time in my lectures? Can you raise your hand? Okay. So we have about 35 people, no, 36. Okay. So I want to tell you that I have started working toward studying the benefits of the ingredient in VIVIX, which is glycosides, flavonoids, alkaloids. If you know, you're probably already going to sleep, you don't know what I'm talking about. All the things that has color in nature, we call it alkaloids, or glycosides, or flavonoids. Everything. Everything has a perfume smell, will also fall under the same category. That's why aromatic compounds always have effect on people, the smell similar to the taken by mouth. Are you following me or not? Even perfumes has the same formula of flavonoid. So I want you to understand that I knew about the chemistry of this product 1963. And by 1968, I finished working on it. And then, unfortunately, I had to leave Egypt because there were war going on. And I didn't want to stay in a country that has war, because I don't believe in wars. And it will be so ridiculous to some human being, and some of my patients even talk to me like that, and I shake my head about it, that you believe in life, and you believe in health, and you believe that, and in the meantime, you believe in killing, and that's what wasn't going on that time. They said, okay, come here, we want you to go to the army. I said, what for? He said, well, defend Egypt. I said, from what? He said, from Israel. I said, what? Let Israel have it. I really don't care. That's what I said to my professor. I said, I don't care. We're all human. It's one single earth. Nobody's going to invade the whole world and keep going until he gets tired walking, because 99.99% of the earth is not inhabited anyway, but people like to fight over these little spots. They call special spots. This is mine, or God gave it to me, or Buddha gave it to me, or Krishna gave it to me, or come on. God gave us the whole earth. We are trustee of the whole earth. Are you following or not? Yeah. If we're talking about a holy land, America can be a holy land, because there are people who are working to make it God land. So why not consider it a holy land? You follow me or not? So people come to Egypt to visit. I said, what are you here for? Your land is just as good as my land. So anyway, I wanted to tell you little story that when I finished my biochemistry degree, the bachelor degree, I got a letter to report to the National Research Center in Cairo. The National Research Center is the high academy of science in the United States, equal to that. Every continent, Africa has one, Asia have one, in Japan, and then the United States has one, and so on. You know, these are scientists. They get together and they decide what should we do for the world. You know, most of them, or 99% of the time, are good stuff. They don't get together to make a bomb. They get together to solve a problem or crisis. So I was honored to even enter the door of that center, because as a student, I used to walk in front of it around and go to my apartment, and I said, oh, one day I'll be a researcher like those guys are. You know, I see all these windows and all the science working like that. Then I get a letter that I've been selected for that. Well, the selection for that position didn't come easy, because you have to score in 4 years of biochemistry study of plants and food. You have to score close to 98% average in the 4 years. And that's your average for, so most of your courses you get 100%, and you might get 1 or 2, 97 or 96 to bring you down to 98. And that was my score, was 99.3. So I went the center, and I'm walking, I'm 19 years old, and then I walked to the unit that I'm supposed to do my research at. It's called plant physiology, that we study the physiology of plants. Every plant on earth, physiology, how the plant works, how the plants work. These are the scientists of plants. You follow me? This is related to what we talk about today. Then I didn't know what my professor is gonna tell me what to do. I come to this girl meet me, and then she is 6'4", and her face is darker than this black chair right there, and then so skinny. And I said, oh my God, you know, that doesn't look like a woman, you know? And then in any case, there was my professor, who I'm gonna work under for 5 years. Then I met the head of the department. He graduated 200 PhDs under him. So he is a scientist, or the master professors like, you know. So I sat with him in a room not bigger than this table. This table right here, one chair, little desk, and his desk, and that's it. You know, that. Then I sat with him, Professor Darwish, his name, and he was in Harvard, and he was in Cambridge, and he was a professor in all these universities, but he went back to Egypt to retire. So he said, you want to know what you're here for? I said, yes. He said, you're going to be studying your doctorate degree in the next 5 years on something called bioflavonoids. I said, why did you select that? Because I'm a biochemist also, why did you select that? Why didn't I do research on vitamin C or beta-carotene or maybe vitamin E or calcium or maybe perfumes, maybe other things? He said, no, this is what you gonna be working on. I said, can you tell me why? He said, because this product, bioflavonoids, again, the word, I'm using the word that you have heard all your life, bioflavonoids. But if I tell you the specific names in VIVIX, then you will get lost. If I tell you anthocyanidine, you say, what is that he's talking about? But if I say bioflavonoids, you understand what I'm talking about. Are you following me or no?
Yeah.
So he said the following. One day, the world will appreciate the benefit of these colorful things in fruits and vegetables. because, in my opinion, he said, it will revolutionize circulation, it will prevent heart problems, it will prevent cancer, and I believe that these problems, heart and cancer, will be major thing in the future. You talk about 1963, nobody knew these things. Cholesterol was discovered 1974. That's when cholesterol triglycerides was discovered, 74. So this is 11 years before that. He's talking about heart disease, and he's talking about a cure. And I said, what do you want me to do? He said, I want you to do research to make plants make more of that substance, so when people in the market buy it, they consume higher percentage. Are you following me or not? So I have to have a strain, new strains that have more bioflavonoids. Like you can call it like if you have green apples, which it doesn't have much bioflavonoids. Macintosh has 200 times more bioflavonoids. Okay? So like he wanted me to take a green apple, turn it to red apple. You know, and that's what the PhD about. And I did my research on many, many things, from tomatoes to eggplant to strawberries, you name it. We were working on developing a species that it has high amount of bioflavonoids, that anybody will buy it in the store, automatically gets it, and he doesn't have to go to the doctor. You follow me? Because supplements was not developed yet. Dr. Shafi was working here in his supplement a few years before 6th grade. But I didn't know that. I was working there. I did my work in this subject, and then I had to leave the country because the wars were getting to be too much, and they asked, Russia occupied Egypt at that time, and they wanted me to join the army, and I said, there's no way I can do that. They said, we have a two choice. Either go to jail, or go to the army, or leave the country. I said, I leave. I thought it's easy to leave, you know. So I told my dad and my mom, I said, I can't stay because I don't want to join the army. And they said, go wherever God wants you to go. Good luck. And that's their advice. Then I told them, well, I'm thinking of going to a country that appreciates nutrition. So I applied for Canada, United States, Brazil, and Australia. These are the 4 countries in the world they work in nutrition the most because they have lots of land. They can grow lots of crops. United States answered me first, and I accepted it within a week, and then the others answered me next the day after. So if it was reversed, I wouldn't be here. If Australia was sending me their approval on Tuesday and United States Wednesday, then I'd be going to Australia. And lots of my friends, we have 70,000 scientists exited Egypt in 2 months. 70,000 scientists. That research center, 70% of exited to England, to here, to here, to here. The country was empty. And I was happy, that was okay with the Russians, because in their idea, if you deplete the people who are intellectual, you have no resistance. You follow me? Because you can fool the rest of the people. So in any case, I came here, and I thought I'm going to have somebody meet me at the airport or do something, but I came with $100 in my pocket. That's only money they allow you to live with. And the ambassador in Cairo, he asked, where do you want to go in the United States? He said, I don't know, let me see the map. The map right here, Cairo here, I go to Los Angeles. Do you know anybody there? No. Do you speak English? No. I speak a little bit, because my other language was German and French. It was not English, because we're close up to Europe. So we have more of association with the countries that speak these languages. And English was a little bit further. Besides, Egypt was occupied by England, and I'm not going to speak their language. Because because even I did end up by marrying an English woman, but still, I didn't appreciate what the English have done in India and have done in Africa and in Egypt, because I witnessed myself for that, my great-grandfather being hanged in front of me because he told the soldiers, don't shoot the pigeons. As a kid. When you grow as a kid like that, you see that, who are these people? Oh, that's from England. Then you hate England. But you realize later, it's a government that does things, not the people. So this is why I married one of them. I said, well, I marry you so I can improve your genes. So in any case, I came with all this knowledge to the country that the moment I left Egypt, I had it in my mind. My new country is going to be in the United States. It's not going to be Egypt anymore. So I did not leave with the attachment I'm going back. I left, I have a new country. And I refused to live with anybody who speaks Arabic. I lived with American families so I can speak their language, eat their food, and be a citizen producing to the country that got me in here. And then I appreciated that. Of course, every country has its own problem, and I was very much activist in the National Health Federation with Linus Pauling and Howard Long and Adel Davis and all these people. We were anti-pollution, anti-chemicals, anti-DDT, anti-all of that, pro-nutrition, pro-this, pro-that, pro-that. You know, we were like that chemists. So the substance I finished my research on is called bioflavonoids. That's called quercetin, quercitrin, and rutin, R-U-T-I-N. That time is only 3 bioflavonoids were discovered that God made. Now we have discovered there is over 5,000 bioflavonoids compared to 3, 1963. And we discovered there's so much specificity that certain bioflavonoids will work against cancer. Certain bioflavonoid will work against aging. Certain bioflavonoid will work for eyes, some for the brain, some for the skin, some for this, for even diabetes. Whatever disease you can imagine, there is something for it. Every year we discover miracles. You know, that's why I appreciate people who praise God when they see something new, because we didn't give it to ourselves. Somebody else did it for us. And only he needs the thanks. So, when I came here, I met Dr. Shacklin, and I asked him, how do you make your products? And he told me, and I found out this is the best product in the world. So I start buying the product and selling it when I'm going to medical school, until somebody told me that the reason you recommended it is because you sell it. Then I resigned. I was key coordinator, like her. Then I resigned to continue my medical career. But I did not leave my message behind. I still talk about Shacklin in lectures. And I remember 1971 in Seattle, where we had a lecture. They sold 2,000 tickets in the auditorium, and they have to sell another 2,000 tickets. I have to repeat the lecture twice, the first session and the second session. So because it was oversold to life. People were hungry for nutrition those days. And now it's easy for you because you are the one who is benefiting from these great products that Shacklin Company puts out. As a scientist, I was amazed, surprised that somebody will put such plants together like 100 pounds of grapes in teaspoon. That's something it needs science. We did that in Egypt. That needs evaporation, lyophilization, evaporation under cold temperature, with no oxygen involved. You know, all the oxidation process. You got the lights, the temperature, the oxygen. Everything has to be done in nitrogen environment and all this stuff. So when I heard about Dr. Shacklin Company made this product, VIVIX, I took it, I read about it, and then I tried to see what did I put in it. Because I know everything about bioflavonoids, glycosides in the world. So I found out they have the grape, which you probably know about it. We don't have to say all the names. Which that grape have 5 flavonoids in it. Called anthocyanin, polyphenol, proanthocyanin, and tannin, and ellagic acid. This 100 pound in a teaspoon is not 100 pounds of wine, by the way. Like somebody saying to me, I can't drink that because I don't drink alcohol. Or somebody saying, when I took it, I feel good because I feel like drunk. It's of course psychological, you know. So one of these days when the company print that in the future, they're gonna take the word wine out because it's a health issue. People, they don't wanna have anything to do with the word wine in products. Because Shaklee people are the healthiest patients I have. The healthiest. When they develop cancer, they get cured. When they develop heart problem, they get cured. When they develop a stroke, they get cured. So they are the kind of people I expect them to reach 120 until they drop dead with a bullet or something, or a bus driver takes them off the cliff or something like that. Right? You can do that. So at 120, you can do that. So in any case, what I'm proud of them, they're not only positive about their life and knowledgeable, they also do what's good for them. And lots of them are selfish because they have a good product and they don't share it with their friends because they're busy. So this product right here, the grapes, does benefits in the body. I'm going to discuss with you today 105 scientific papers published on the product inside VIVIX and what does it do. So this tape, when you're going to see it on the screen, there's going to be the scientific proof that this product does that. Are you following me or not? Because you hear it from an MD, cardiologist, internist, PhD in biochemistry, who is not a distributor for Shaklee, who witnessed that my patient is doing good on it, so what else you want? Okay? If you have something here left, then you got to be a believer in it. The other product, it's a root from a plant. It has a very long name. It has resveratrol. And resveratrol by itself, I've been using for 25 years. It's very good for prostate. It's very good for cholesterol. It's very good for circulation. I used it for all these things. But now when they mix it with the first one together, it becomes 10 times more powerful. So the resveratrol will lower the triglycerides and the lipids and cholesterol 10 times better than the grapes alone will do, or the resveratrol alone will do. But when you combine them, it does that. Are you following me? Or you? Okay. So I was trying to sit down and this is my writing right to see all the benefits. It turned out to be 42 benefits. And I said, should I read it or should I show them? What should I do? And I decided that I'm not going to read it. I'm going to show you how the body develops aging and how the body develops cancer and how the body develops diabetes and how the body develops all of this and how we can reverse it. Are you following me so far? Okay. Now, first of all, we're going to draw a picture of a person right here, and that person is bones, which made from bone cells. And inside this person, there are organs. One, some people don't have, and have also cells, and some that I will cover it with the black, just like my professor she was. And then also were, isn't it terrible what you hear about in the election about the color of a person's skin makes him bad? It makes you sick. Because every time I hear it, I feel bad because I'm from Africa. And I said, come on, stop that. This country is better than that. So in any way, inside this person, the organs I mentioned so far, they can develop cancer. They can develop disease, right? The brain can develop dementia. The skin can develop psoriasis, lupus. The bone can develop arthritis and cancer. And inside, there are many other organs that we have the lung, also made of cells. It can develop cancer, it can develop emphysema, it can develop problems. So when we are talking about VIVIX, we talk about VIVIX against every disease. And to clarify it from the beginning, I do recommend VIVIX to children, my patients who are children, and pregnant women, and people on chemotherapy, because there is no absolutely contraindication at all between VIVIX for anybody. But the company has to take precautions so they don't get sued, they don't get that liability. They have to say they limit it. But that's not in my family. I have the auto shipping. My daughter get it for me. That stuff, it costs me $1,000 a month right now on auto ship. Because the kids are taking it, the grandkids are taking it, and now my nephews and nieces want it, and now my cousins want it, and their kids want it, my brothers want it. So anytime I want to give a gift, it's not going to be a tie anymore. It's not going to be perfume. It's going to be a box of alkalizer and or a box of VIVIX, or a bottle of omega-3 with a bottle of vitamin, something like that. To the point, I've been doing it for so many years. For 30 years I've been doing that, giving gifts like that. But when I arrived to Cairo, the custom guys in the custom, they look for me when I'm coming with my vitamins. I have to have some in my bag for everybody. So the people there who are very poor, they don't ask for $5, $10. They don't ask for a computer. They ask with my vitamins. You follow me? Because for all these years they've been taken, they feel good. Could be psychologically, yes. It could be real, yes. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if somebody feels good psychologically or real, that's good. Right or wrong?
Right.
Okay, so somebody say, oh, it's all in your head, so what? Keep it in my head. You know? I want to feel good, now I feel good. So this person here has other organs, like the stomach, and the intestine, the liver, the spleen, and all of these organs right here, and in the back, right here, it has the kidneys. Right there, the kidneys right there in the back. And then, they all can develop disease, and that's what I've been dealing for since 1976, when I graduated from medical school. I've been dealing with all these problems as an internist, as a cardiologist. But in the beginning, I used to do heart surgery. I did angiograms. I did cardiac cath, and then after a while, I said to myself, that's not making me happy. I'm making lots of money, but it's not making me happy to do surgery when I have so much knowledge in nutrition. So I immediately established my medical care center in Lake Villa to only preventive holistic care, and that's what I've been doing since then. Now, these organs here are made of cells, and the cell, it looks like this. This is your life. Cell looks like that. In a cell, looks like this. It has a membrane which have hands in it. Okay, like this, hands. And those are omega-3s. And it has inside a nucleus, which have what? Chromosomes which have DNA. So we have a DNA here. And it has also furnaces called what? Mitochondria. Mitochondria, the furnaces, the chemist inside, his name is ATP. Mr. ATP inside, he fires the furnace at 4 o'clock in the morning, every single day. And then by the time you wake up at 7 or 7:30 or 8, then you have energy. And if you oversleep, you will have a headache or you get hot and you don't want to stay in bed anymore. Have you noticed that? If you oversleep, you don't feel good, right? Because the heat is generated inside you. That's if you sleep, of course. So in any way, mitochondria also makes energy. And then there are chemicals right here. They're called genetic factors. They determine how old you should live and how soon you're going to die. And those are made also from DNA. So DNA right here, and DNA right here, and there's some RNA right here, and mitochondria right here. And the way the cell works, this guy here, the DNA here, is the one wakes up. Let me make him looks like a Buddha like that. He wakes up, and then he have a telephone. He calls this guy here, tell him we need some energy because that person is going to wake up and go to the bathroom in 1 hour or go to work. And without energy, he's going to fall. So you better make some energy for him. Well, this guy here, he has another telephone, and he calls the liver. And tell the liver, we need supplements. You follow me? Then the liver immediately starts sending vitamins, minerals, protein, sugar, and you name it, to that. Then everything goes inside, and you don't know this is happening. And this process you just heard, it's 1 million per second. 1 million chemical process per second when you are asleep and you don't even know. And this process goes on. You will have the heat, the temperature. You will have the energy, but what else would you have? Okay. Food plus oxygen equal to energy plus what? Waste. Are you following me or no? Mm-hmm. There is nothing is burned to nothing. You have to have waste. The car gets gasoline, right? It runs on it. It has a muffler, gets the carbon dioxide out. The cell doesn't have a muffler, but the cell have antioxidants inside here that they grab all the waste, which we call it free radicals, and get rid of it. This process right here is called perfect human body. That's what Adam and Eve had. So when Adam and Eve was created, they were perfect. You follow me? And their children were perfect, and so on. With time, thousands and thousands of years, more pollution and more stress and more chemicals, more that, some of that, the DNA start having problems. What do we call it? Mutation. So the DNA starts being mutated. So you start having diabetes, you start having arthritis, you start having dementia, you start having cancer, you start having that because the DNA is telling you that's the right thing to have is to have cancer. And that's why we have to understand there is a way that was discovered 1994, And the article is in the front. It's $1.50. You can buy it. It has all the articles, some of what I'm going to show today. And this cells right here that is having difficulty with so much chemicals and free radicals because the person doesn't have enough antioxidants. They accumulate, and then what will happen? Diseases start happening. The energy starts going down. And then the sugar starts precipitating inside the cell, called the glycation. Means sugar deposit inside your cell, and disease start to occur. If we look at the diseases in the United States, we look at from the year 1900 to the year 2008, the number of people developing cancer is going up or going down? Okay, let's go up like here with cancer. Heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, depression, and so on. So if we have all these problems, and we went to the moon, and went to Mars, went to Venus, we have all these sophisticated weapons that we can hit an ant in the top of a Tibet mountain and blow it up with a missile. How come we don't discover something about what causes our disease? You follow me or no?
Yeah.
And that's our problem. Our problem is we don't have enough research. And if we discover something, there is not enough newspapers. How many newspapers you saw in Chicago area wrote down VIVIX, new discovery for everybody? How many times you see it on Fox News or CNN? This is because medicine is a big business. And the sicker you get, the more money somebody else is making. It doesn't matter if it is Republican, Independent, or Democrat, it doesn't matter. Those people, they do nothing. The lobbies company, the oil company, they control the world. They give orders like this. You become the next president. You become the vice president. You become this. You become that. Because companies... that's okay. There's a reason for everything, so we can take a break, right? No, don't worry about it. Just a break it. So anyway, with this rise of disease, I was surprised when I came to New York. When I landed in New York and then went to Los Angeles, I was surprised. Such a country, beautiful country, wealthy country, have disease and they don't address it? And it takes a guy from Cairo to tell them something is wrong up here. I find it's done intentionally. It's not coincident. Here is that. Because I give my first lectures against pollution and against many things in the earlier days. And then I find out that if we look from the year 1900 to 2008, look at the correlation. The amount of chemicals in the air going up or down. Can this contribute to this?
Yes.
The amount of chemical in our water and food. The amount of radiation that's falling on our skin when we swim in our backyard, it's equal to the Hiroshima bomb we have right now in the air, not the United States only, all over the world. The whole earth is covered with radiation. And you know what's the half-life of radiation? How many years radiation live? Millions. A million years, the half-life. So if somebody wants to think of nuclear weapons or nuclear power plants, he better sign his life away to us, saying he's guarantee us we're never going to have Chernobyl or 3 Mile Island ever. And they won't. They say it's most likely it's not going to happen. Well, you're dealing with something that it is destructive to human race because it causes radiation, can cause cancer, it can cause diseases, and then we're storing all this garbage around the country in dump sites all over. And I wanted to just show you the dump sites. This is a picture from the Nuclear Energy Commission of the United States of America telling us doctors that the yellow is a moderate amount of radiation falling on people, and the red is more, and the blue is less. The blue is the Rocky Mountains. So who's going to live there? So you can see, and if you get England and Europe, the same way. If you get Africa, the same way. It's not only here, because the jet stream takes things around the world like that. The only way you're going to succeed against radiation is nutrition, and VIVIX will help you over that, but what's going to help you also is iodine, potassium iodine. It works against radiation. So, when we start looking at what's causing our problems, we start finding that the humans, our cells, right here is the nucleus of the cell, is being exposed to so many chemicals coming in. ROS means reactive oxygen species, means a free radical or a poison. So we have many things, include radiation, ultraviolet, you name it, right there. But we have a protection with what? Antioxidants right here to protect us. So we can survive this kind of environment. We can live to be 120 without being in nursing homes because we have the science to tell us that. And then we can prevent the DNA from being mutated. You follow me or not? Mm-hmm. And if it gets mutated, what's going to happen? Right here. We're going to have aging disease, right? We're going to have problems. Right there. Aging, arteriosclerosis, cancer, cataract, you name it. But this university that did the research, it was like a gift that God sent to us, that Harvard Medical School spent money to research the role of nutrition and bioflavonoids against inherited diseases. And here is what I want to show you, if you can see from far away or you don't. There are a number of DNA repair enzymes. Did you understand that English so far? They found inside the nucleus, around the DNA, there are repair enzymes. And that's the first time we heard it was 1994. Repair enzymes. There are number of DNA repair enzymes, such as exonucleases, endonucleases, and specific glycolases that can remove these lesions. What lesions? The genes that got what? Mutated. Okay? Can remove these lesions. However, the repair system not perfect, but it's 99% perfect. So this is what published, and people don't know about that. Since this was published, I increased the amount of bioflavonoids I'm giving to my patients. Because this is what I did my PhD on. Inside the cell there was quercetin and rutin and quercitrin. And now there is 500 different bioflavonoids that VIVIX have. It can go inside and does the repair. You understand or not? Yeah. So we have now a science behind it. We're no longer just talking nonsense. And to show you that, I'm going to share with you some of the I really don't want to go through everything you already know, like sugar, how bad it is, and chemicals. We already talked about these things. But I want to show you certain things that the tissue inside our body, right, like this, gets irrigated by blood, and these are cells, and then the waste come out as the yellow stuff right here. So we have a system of repair. If we magnify it a little bit, we'll find out that the cell I drew early is more complex than that. This is what a cell looks like. But let me make it easy on you. The hands here are omega-3. This is a nucleus, and this is the wall, and this is the mitochondria. So you can see real pictures now. And you can see something going on. There are pockets right here and canals gathering chemicals from the cell like a garbage man and dump it outside right here. You see, that's how the body detoxifies itself. This is happening this second in your body. For it to happen, you must have the nutrients the body wants. So if we look at other cells, how they work, we find out that some of the other cells, they work inside the body. For example, the immune cells. The immune cells right here, this immune cell right there, what does it do for us? It goes around, scavenges viruses and bacteria and cancers, right? So that's to be healthy, right or wrong? Right. So because, look at it, when it sees a bacteria, it sends tentacles like this and grabs them and eats it like that. That cell also needs help, the immune system. Without it, you will have allergies and colds and cancer and you name it. And here is one cell so good that's killing thousands of viruses in the same time. The other was eating 10 bacteria. This was doing even better job, was get rid of viruses. And this picture right here to show you that how the immune cell right here put the tentacle and the foot to grab the bacteria down below. You see that or no? So when we're talking about medicine and nutrition, I'm convincing you now that you got to take care of yourself. And in the very end of the lecture, I will tell you my advice. The article was published in the American Journal of Medicine. Now, I have decided, rather than tell you the benefit of VIVIX by talking to you, I decided while I'm talking to you, in the same time, I'm also discussing the benefits and showing you here the proof. So these are scientific papers. There are 8 of them to show that the substance in VIVIX increases antioxidant, it does prevent cancer, it does increase circulation, it is anti-arthritis, it's also anti-aging of the brain, it prevents Alzheimer. These are the articles that has been published. We only did 8, we have 105. So don't get too comfortable, because you need to share this information, because the gentleman over there, he's putting it in the DVD, and all you have to do is just show it to your group on DVD and say, okay, this is what the scientific paper says. So we're not talking about National Enquirer here, magazines. We're talking about Lancet, we're talking about nutrition biochemistry, we're talking about Journal of Applied Physiology, we're talking about very scientific papers. Here, it prevents macular degeneration. And that's a problem women have. It does also, it has vasoprotective property, means it prevents you from developing varicose veins and strokes. It inhibits angiotensin converting enzyme. It does inhibit high blood pressure. It lowers the blood pressure. So you get an idea. It's anti-lipids. So it's anti-triglycerides. So it competes now with omega-3. It helps endothelial to relax. It prevents bone loss. So even for that, it's competing with the aspirin or the insulin or all this stuff from causing damage to the stomach. It's the anti-ulcer. It puts itself in between. This is why you should take VIVIX on an empty stomach. And then you should take it in the morning. An empty stomach. And actually, I want to tell you something. When Charlie came out with the VIVIX, I want to be sure it's safe. So I took the 1 teaspoon the first day, 2 teaspoons the second day. I'm worried about myself too. 3 the third day, the fourth day half a bottle, and 1 week later drank a whole bottle on empty stomach at once. No cramps, no diarrhea, no vomiting, because I know what I'm dealing with. I don't know how many of you have been in Egypt. Have you ever been in Egypt? Anybody right here? In Cairo streets, 90% of the stores are juicing stores. Fruits, everybody give me this and this and this, and the guy give you the juice, and the people live on juicing. So we used to that stuff. So when somebody said, I took VIVIX and upset my stomach, you have to tell them the problem is your stomach, not the VIVIX. Because like he said, I ate your sandwich and got a stomach pain. But I didn't get a stomach pain when I ate it. But you had. That's your stomach problem, not mine. So it's not my sandwich. It's your stomach has a problem. So you better deal with that. Okay. It has anti-ulcer activity. It does colon cancer, prevents colon cancer, work against colon cancer. So is it good for somebody who has cancer that they just track to take 2 teaspoons every day, or 3 or 4 if you have cancer of the colon? You follow me or no?
Yeah.
Okay, I told you, some people say expensive. So what's expensive? How much it costs for a gallon of gas? How much it costs you to even come here to the lecture? You follow me? We tended to look at expense that you put your health the last. Your health is the most valuable thing you got. If you lose it, you got nothing. Your health is more important than your parents. Your health is more important than your kids. Your health is more important than your husband. Because if you're not good to yourself, you're not good for anybody else. Are you following me? You got to take care of number 1. Then take care of number 2. And when I reached 50, I got my wife and their daughters and grandkids. I said, from now on, it's me number 1, all of you number 2. And I applied it. Until today, if somebody complained about something, I said, I don't want to hear it. And I got used to that. If they want to give me news, always has to be positive. But my brother hit me, this. I said, I don't want to hear all this stuff. Give me something good God gave you today to the kids. You're still alive. So you have a lot to be thankful for. So anyway, that's something we're going to talk at the end of the lecture, how to combat stress. There is also benefits right here of that there is the low density lipoprotein that's resistant, that you cannot lower it with omega-3. Of course, don't ever take Zocor and all that stuff. That's bad stuff for you. It dissolves your heart. But if you have lipoprotein, VIVIX also lower that. With omega-3, they work better together. And here is my favorite one, because at least that's the one I did my PhD on. The quercetin flavonoids and increases lifespan, makes the animals live longer in research. And people who have problem with circulation in the winter, your hands gets cold, and that also VIVIX can help you to get more circulation to your hands. This was applied journal of of applied physiology. Down here, again, it does, again, another article on apoptosis and human cancer. So I'm giving you all the articles and happen to be another article and that VIVIX can work against cancer.
Dr. Nasr,
Yeah,
what about diabetes?
I'm sorry?
Diabetes?
It's coming.
Oh, sorry.
Everything is coming. Okay. We are until tomorrow. Okay, it works right here to protect as antioxidant, inhibits arteriosclerosis, it protects liver, and does lots of good things in that area. But I'm giving you all the articles that's being published about it. It is also, when somebody have vascular failure, they don't have good circulation, it does improve that. Another one right here, it does, it's a powerful antioxidant. It works good with omega-3. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay. Enhanced memory, brain aging. It's also another one against aging. When you take it with Optiflora together, it helps the liver faster if you take VIVIX and Optiflora together. Okay, anytime you want me to stop, we are up to 56 right now, we can stop. But I want to put everything on the table. It works against hyperglycemia, diabetes, right there. It says, the article says right there. And then also, it does work against colorectal cancer. It works against inflammation. Oh, this is right here, flavonoids, nitric acid. And all of these heart diseases also get improved. So if you want to just get something out of this lecture, the VIVIX works in lots of things, and it doesn't hurt to try it. You understand? If the expense is the issue, don't take it every day, take it every other day. If the expense is the issue, take it once a week. You follow me? You got number one, still vitalizer. That's number one, and the protein. Then VIVIX right now is number two. But in the meantime, you cannot drop it out. And if you want to save yourself, give yourself a gift, just get extra VIVIX and take it. And here, inhibits tumor development, so that's anti-cancer.
Dr. Nasr, are you saying that VIVIX will not interfere with anybody's medicines?
No, it does not. There is no, have you ever seen any doctor tell you when you take the medicine don't eat apples? No. The same stuff in apples on grapes is what we're talking about. So try to make a big thing about it and say, well, it's going to affect this or that. Scientifically and biochemically it doesn't make sense. Because we have so far no proof right here on that. Urinary tract infection. You heard about H. pylori, that germ that causes ulcer. It works against it also, so you don't have to take the antibiotic. It does. There's two articles about that. It's anti-cancer again, right here, phytochemical anti-cancer. So we have actually lots of scientific papers we're almost done to show how great the product is. It inhibits influenza virus. It does enhance nitric acid release. I don't think you know what that means, but if you heard about Viagra, that's what Viagra is, nitric acid. So actually, Actually, it was a discovery accidentally for angina patients that the nitroglycerin did something to them sexually, then they met the Viagra. And when this happened, I knew about it, that is a good thing to have good circulation. Then I said that should be like a supplement and a low dose for everybody, for circulation. And actually, the company, Cialis company, is putting a small dose as a supplement right now to be taken on a daily basis. So the idea is no longer sexual or erectile dysfunction. The idea is circulation. Because increasing circulation in one part of the body is going to increase circulation in every part of the body. You understand that or not? So that's a good news. Okay, it does lower the low density lipoprotein. It does also do it again here. It inhibits cardiac after heart attacks, makes your heart recover faster. After a stroke, also make your stroke recover faster. And here is premenopausal women. It does lower the lipids, reduce stress. Resveratrol protect against prostate cancer. So VIVIX can work against prostate cancer too. I told you that in the beginning. I've been doing it for many years anyway. It does work against the amyloid in Alzheimer. It does have COX-1, they said a red wine right here, I don't know why, but has nothing to do with wine. But it is anti-inflammatory. Myeloid leukemia responded to that, so leukemia responded. So if somebody has leukemia, why not give them some of the stuff? We have here the same products: reduces blood pressure, reduces LDL, reduces prostate cancer, reduces colon cancer, suppress inflammation. And here's again another article, apoptosis, right there. That's another journal. So the more papers we have about one subject, the more we're confident that it works. Are you following me or no? So one scientist discovers something, another copy him, another copy, and you get the same benefit, then you know you are doing the right thing. So it's anti-cancer right there. And right here, it protects against the side effect of chemotherapy. So it can be given to cancer patients who are taking chemotherapy for breast cancer. And then the last one is it does prevent cervical cancer and colon cancer also in this paper. Okay, that was the last one. It's anti-blood clots. So if you have blood clots, that prevents strokes and things like that. So by doing all of this today, we went over the benefits of VIVIX, the scientific proof of it, and then I'm going to finish the lecture. It's 8:45, right? We have another 15 minutes, correct? Okay. To summarize the lecture, the causes of aging are 4: genetic, nutrition, stress, or toxicity, chemicals. So if you want to help somebody, just remember, whatever problem is going to be one of those 4. You name any problem. A guy who gets a bullet and puts it in his head, yeah, he has one of these problems. So these are the summary I came out with over the last 28 years. Genetic, we prove that VIVIX can correct the problem. This means if you have Heart problem, your kid doesn't have to have it. If you have cancer, your body has cancer, you don't have to have it. You can correct the gene you have that's mutated if you add more flavonoids. Nutrition, of course, we talked about that in the past. We said about the protein, you should eat mostly vegetable protein. You can have fish also. You can have chicken, but it's something without hormones. You carbohydrate, you should eat whole wheat bread and not white bread, not sugar, but lots of fruits. But Halloween is coming, don't inhibit yourself from eating one piece of candy. You're allowed to have that, that's okay. Fat, you have to understand olive oil, and oil is better for you and the salad than any other oil. Vitamins, you have to know that the vitalizer has almost all the vitamins you need, and the minerals. And water, you have to drink lots of water, and don't put your water in plastic bottles and keep it in the car warm, because carcinogen gonna come out from the plastic and go in the water. So try to have fresh bottles, or try to have glass. Eventually glass is gonna become popular again, because glass is sand. You know, there's nothing cheaper than sand. So eventually glass is gonna come back again, and I hope so, anyway. I believe there are some companies now, they start putting glass instead of plastic again. Stress also can cause diseases. So in this nutrition part here, you can include VIVIX in this area. Stress can cause also diseases. And tomorrow night, actually, I'm talking about stress in Wisconsin. I didn't know I have to lecture 2 nights in a row. I made a mistake. But at least I didn't have to lecture in the same night. So in any case, my office told me today you have a lecture tomorrow also. I said, okay, that's great. So in any way, stress is basically self-induced, and most of the time. Stress is self-induced because if you have a healthy body, you can tolerate stress. You're not going to change everybody around you. You're not going to change the economy. You're not going to change the world. You're not going to change anything. You're just going to get yourself so mad and so upset until you have a stroke. So please, just accept positive information in your brain. When you want to watch TV and you see something negative, go right away to something you can laugh about. Because laughter is anti-stress. And if somebody call you on the phone, your friend, and said, I want to tell you something, and it sounds like, oh, my husband did that to me, you ask him, why are you telling me that? You transfer your stress to me. Keep it for yourself, but tell me if God did anything good for you today. Oh yeah, I'm still breathing. Good. Continue to breathe. And that's what all my friends I did. My brother's family, they stop. When it comes to something negative, they wait until I leave the room, they talk about it. Once they walk in, they stop talking. Because stress, it kills the body. With stress, the body just develops so many free radicals, so many carcinogens. It destroys. When you say, oh my God, it burned 100 milligrams of vitamin C. We already have enough chemicals in the environment. We have enough chemicals in water and food and the body. Why do we need more stress? How do you combat stress? One is exercise. When you're exercising, when somebody is going to put you under stress, take a walk. Then you cannot be walking or on a treadmill who's about to drop dead, and then you're going to listen to somebody. Problem. Because when you're running on the treadmill and you're like that, and somebody tell you a problem, you're not going to hear it. Because you're worrying about yourself, are you going to make it or not? You follow me or not? Exercise is a good therapy. Just take a walk. Sleep. Good night's sleep. And you can study sleep and you make most of sleep problem is hormonal related, hormonal issues. And also praying, meditation. Also, they did a study about praying in Mayo Clinic. They took 3 groups of people. They took a Christian, and a Buddhist, a Hindu, and a Muslim, an atheist, all of them. And they asked each one, what do you believe in? And think about it and make your body recover from it. Think about something bothering you and make up your mind you're going to get rid of it. Are you following me or not? Biofeedback. They took the blood urine biofeedback. The people who believed, the Christians and the Jews and the Muslims and the Buddhists, they all have increase of the amount of neutrophenol. And the atheists, they have decreased that because they have nothing to ask to have. You understand? So being positive itself, being knowing that there's some great power over there going to come and help you, that's great. What do you think the baby does to his mother? Baby considers the mother like God. She's there for me, and that's why he attached the mother. And when the mother abuses the baby and beats him or do something, he will take it because he doesn't want to lose the only source of security he has. Unfortunately, what you hear in the news these days as exceptions, and you don't have to bother with it anyway, just think about something more positive. So, toxicity. Toxicity, we find the people to be full of chemicals. They have heavy metals, lead and mercury inside them. They have so many free radicals. Their arteries are clogged. So all we have done is detoxify them by chelation or give them methylation, which we remove the deposits in the arteries with the same Shaklee program, and we have great results. Okay, this is all I'm going to talk about tonight in the lecture. We're going to be taking some questions. I'm going to be repeating the question to the camera. Yes?
You said you could take the VIVIX on an empty stomach, and yet we were told to take it after eating a meal.
Well, I think an empty stomach, vitamins and VIVIX on an empty stomach is better because you can absorb all of it. However, when you take it after meal, you can mix it with the meal, and you only absorb the amount is going to be next to the wall, and the rest might go through you. So I think the absorption is a lot better on an empty stomach. Yes?
This doesn't have anything to do with VIVIX, but right there at the very end, you were talking about the toxins and heavy metals. Do our products get rid of heavy metal toxins?
Not heavy metals. No, heavy metals, nobody can get rid of it except chelation. But it does get rid of lots of chemicals. Yes, the nutrition program that Shaklee have, the vitalizer with the antioxidant in it, all of that, and the VIVIX as a bioflavonoid, an antioxidant also, it gets rid of about 90%. But there are people who have mercury in their teeth, and they have environment, they have hormones in their meat, you know.
Like from shock. I have an autistic woman, and her son has got heavy metals. And so I was just curious as if they were to take our product, or do they have to do this chelation that I've also...
No, I think they take the products. They don't have to go through chelation. They can take the product. But we offer the chelation if somebody been exposed to heavy metals in an old house, or teeth, or smoke cigarettes, stuff like that. We offer them that to remove that, because it's good to get it done like twice a year. We do it on patients twice a year. We remove the chemicals from their body twice a year. But some people we have to do it every month because they're always exposed to something.
And which products would that be? The Herbalax, Dr. Flora?
All the antioxidants. All the antioxidants. Antioxidant. Herbalax only clean the intestine. It does not clean the blood. Yes, ma'am.
Will there be any health concerns that people have that you would recommend taking more than the 1 teaspoon of VIVIX?
I mentioned that already. I said if I have colon cancer,
Oh, I didn't hear
when I did that, I would take more than 1 teaspoon. Yes, sir.
What is the best way to improve bone density?
The best way to improve bone density is to have enough hormones, estrogen, testosterone, and DHEA, and calcium, and vitamin D, and copper, and silicon, and all of those. So taking the supplements without hormones, it does not improve the density. The hormones has to be there. So I suggest somebody, who, men or women, who want to increase their density, is to do a blood test to get their hormone checked. The good thing about hormones tests, even they do cost lots of money. Medicare pays 100% for it. Most of insurers cover it, the blood test for hormones. And when you know what you're deficient in, then you can replace it. But that's a different lecture by itself, the bone density and hormones. We're probably going to do one next year on bone density, how to improve it. Yes, ma'am.
Can the VIVIX turn down or deregulate Hashimoto's thyroiditis?
Can VIVIX work against autoimmune disease? I think it can. But I think it has to be taken for a long time before you're going to see results. Probably close to 2 years. Yes.
A person's been diagnosed with Alzheimer's. Will taking VIVIX either stop the progress of that, or?
I have seen a patient of mine that had Alzheimer's and has got improved when the hormones were corrected and the nutrition was improved. And I do believe Alzheimer's is going to be curable because I do believe it's an autoimmune disease. It is deposits, and I believe we can remove it from the body. I have lots of my patients who have Alzheimer's. They did not get worse. They stayed the same. But some of them got better. Yes, sir.
Allergies and asthma are not as part of autoimmune disease?
Asthma?
Allergies and asthma?
Yeah, allergy asthma is autoimmune disease. VIVIX can help that, yes.
How long?
I would say 6 months before you see good results. Yes.
What would the dosage of VIVIX be for children?
The children, I recommend it for my patients, but it should depend on the age. I would put like 1/4 of a teaspoon in a glass of juice and have them drink it that way so it's not too strong for them. Yes, sir.
How much time should you, if you take the VIVIX, how much time do you wait to eat?
How much? Not much. You take the VIVIX, you take your vitamins and eat right away. The main thing is the VIVIX in the bottom of the stomach with the vitamin and the food push it through and you get the absorption better. Let me take some questions from the back. Yes, ma'am.
When you're on the medication for like cholesterol and you want to start taking the VIVIX, so do you take both or stop your medication or gradually?
No, I don't have any. I'm a cardiologist. I have no single patient on our cholesterol medication. I have 0 patients.
So if you're on it now though, would
You stop it. You stop it and you take omega-3 and you take VIVIX and then you take good dose and then give your body chance to work and stop all the junk. There is no proof at all that what they're telling about the statin drugs is true. You know, but there's a lot of lies about drugs. In the back. Anybody in the back have any question? Yes.
Gentleman right there.
Oh no, I had a cholesterol question. So
Go ahead.
You just got that one. Just
I got that one.
You got
Okay.
that one. Thank you.
Yes.
Are you taking your patients?
Huh?
Are you taking your patients?
We take new patients by selectively. I have my cards right here, and you have to call me first on my cell phone, and we have to decide if we have space or not. We are all very booked, but if I can help a person, then I will tell them yes, you can come. If I can't help them, I tell them no.
Are there starting to be more and more holistic or doctors or people in the medical field that are starting to accept it? Because when you go somewhere, they just totally say no.
The question is there more? No. No. The question was, are more and more doctors accepting preventive medicine? The answer is no. In the medical school, there are students, they're for it. After they see the dollar sign, they're against it. Because it's a matter of control. You know, somebody wants to control somebody. They want to tell them what to do, and here they're shackling the distributor together and giving them VIVIX and Vitalizer and helping them. And I failed as a doctor, then I tell them, don't take that stuff. That is wrong. And because holistic can work with medicine together. And I have the best results in my patients. Yes, well done.
Well, I was wondering about if you take VIVIX and your body starts detoxifying, sometimes people would get like sick first, you know?
No, I think the people who get sick first, right away, they have a problem with their stomach. In a case like that, you dilute it. You take the teaspoon and put it in.
I don't mean a stomach attack, but like dizziness or.
Never. It shouldn't, because it takes about 3 months before even it works inside the body. That much, yeah. It takes 3 months. So the symptoms, it could be psychosomatic symptoms. That the person doesn't like the expense and find a way to get out of it by being dizzy, you know. But I believe the person who's dizzy is dizzy, you know. But that's not my problem anyway. I tell the person, if you're dizzy, don't take it. What can I say? I've been in the 30-something years in nutrition, and I have patients, and I never take a supplement in my life. I will never stop drinking. I will never stop smoking. What you gonna say? You're going to tell them, go and die. And when you are in the grave and I pass by you, I'm not going to even pay attention to you. Yeah, no. I'm not going to do that. I let the dogs do that. Yeah. I'm sorry? Yeah, the seizure disorder will be improved with VIVIX also. Yes? Yes, will help with fibromyalgia also. Sarcoidosis will help that too. It's autoimmune disease. If you expect miracles on every disease, you're not going to get it. This is nothing but a supplement to other things, and it has limited effect. All right, I'm going to say good night. You have a question?
If you start VIVIX, should you still continue Karate and flavor?
Oh, that's really a good question. I'm glad you're taking your VIVIX. If you start VIVIX, should you start continue with the Keratomax or Flavomax? No. VIVIX will replace the Keratomax and the Flavomax. This is why I'm telling you, if you take the Vitalizer and VIVIX and the protein, you got everything almost. And if you want to add extra, you can. But, I'm sorry? Vitalizer have lots of calcium in it. Well, it depends on the age of the person. You can, calcium is cheap. You know, you can add, 4 calciums to, if there's osteoporosis or something like that. Yes?
Could I put VIVIX in sin?
Huh?
In sin.
In what?
In sin.
I would not mix VIVIX with anything else except water, because it's an antioxidant, and if you mix it with lemon juice or something, you might neutralize it. All right, anybody have a question I didn't answer? You can come forward and talk to me. Anybody who needs the cards? Is any cards in the front, Doris? Okay, there are some cards right here. You can pick them one.